Handicapper Steve here, handicapping the racing from Belmont Park here on Saturday. It is October the 8th, 2016. I'm going to look at all the stakes races on today's program. Before I get onto that, remember to please follow me on Twitter at Horse Racing Kid 5 for more selections from racetracks around the world. And I mean it, around the world. It's a great card from Belmont Park. We have some excellent Breeders' Cup prep races, the Jockey Club for the Classic, the Frizette, and the Champagne for the juvenile races, for the dirt juvenile races. Just an all-around great card. So let's get on to it. Starting off with race number 4 from Belmont Park, which is the 69th running at the Frizette. Grade 1, purse $400,000 for fillies 2-year-olds. We only have 6 horses running in this year's Frizette. They are traveling 1 mile over the Belmont track, Belmont Park main track. And we have, last I saw, um, there's going to be some rain down in New York. Actually, I'm not actually near Belmont today. I actually live near Belmont, but actually up near Saratoga, up near Lake George, actually this weekend. That's why my surroundings are different. So they're going to get some rain down at home. But we have 6 horses in this year's Frizette, and I'm going to go with the 3 horse Nona Mela as a top selection. I'm going to go 3162 in the superfecta. 3162, number 3, Nona Mela, 8-5. Javier Castellano for Todd Pletcher. Last time out, this horse ran at Saratoga 6.5 furlongs in the Adirondack Stakes. This horse finished won that day by 6 lengths. It was all out, drawing away, clear victory. A very nice victory for this horse. Start before this horse ran at Monmouth, July the 2nd, 5 furlongs and maiden's best weight for 38,000. Horse won by 7 1/4 lengths with Victor LeBron. Easy victory. When he got the lead, at the beginning of the race, this horse was a little bit wide, stumbled at the break, but overcame that to an easy victory afterwards. It was just very impressive that day. I think this horse should have a strong run. This horse's running style fits Belmont Park to a T. You want to be near the front going a mile at Belmont. So to recap my bets for race number 4 from Belmont Park, it's the Frizette. I'm going to go with the 3 horse Nona Mela. I'm going to go 3162 here in the Superfecta. So now let's get on to race number 5. The 5th race is the 36th running of the Kelso Handicap. Grade 2, purse $350,000, a handicap for 3-year-olds and upwards. Field of 7 horses traveling the distance of round of a mile here on the main track. 1 mile. And my top selection here will go to the outside out of to a 6-1 horse here. Number 7, Tommy Macho. I'm gonna go 7-6-2-5 here in the superfecta. 7-6-2-5. Number 7, Tommy Macho. 6-1. John Velasquez for Todd Pletcher, making his first start since February the 6th at Gulfstream Park and the Fred Hooper. This horse won by 3 3/4 lengths that day. Was a little bit wide, got the lead at the top of the stretch, and just drew off to a very nice victory with Luis Saez that day. Gets John Velasquez on for the first time, which I think is what I think is a plus. John Velasquez is probably the best rider in America. I know he's nearing his end of his career. He's getting up there as a veteran, but he will always be one of the best riders. Start before this horse ran on December the 19th at Aqueduct, a mile and 8th in the Queens County. This horse finished second by 4 1/4 lengths in the field six. The Queens County Stakes is always one of my favorite races of the year. You always have some very nice little Todd Pletcher or Bobby Frankel kind of horses running in that race at the end of the year. Used to be running mile 3/16, but this horse ran a decent second as the favorite. Had a bad start. Basically, was second all throughout. Really couldn't catch the winner. Financial Modeling, who ran very, very well. And then start before in the Discovery handicap on the slop at Aqueduct, mile and 8th. This horse won by 4 1/4 lengths. Was stalking the lead or on the lead all throughout. Got the lead and easy victory on the slop. If this race is on the slop, I think he can handle it. So I'm gonna go with this horse here. So to recap my bets for race number 5 from Belmont Park, it is the Kelso handicap. I'm gonna go with the 7 horse Tommy Macho. I'm gonna go 7-6-2-5, 7-6-2-5. So now let's get on to race number 6. The 6th race from Belmont Park here on this Saturday afternoon. If I stop hitting this desk here with my iPad, the 6th race is the 39th running of the Flower Bowl Invitational. Grade 1 purse $500,000 for fillies and mares, 3-year-olds and upwards. We have a field of only 6 horses, but it's the quality of the field, which is really good here. It's a Group 1 quality horses traveling a mile and a quarter on the turf course. Last year, this race was actually run on the Widener turf course instead of the inner turf course because we had so much goddamn rain last year during the the first 2 weekends of October. This year we had so much goddamn rain last weekend. We're probably gonna get it again Saturday, but it was the first time I ever saw a mile and a quarter on the Widener turf course. But This race is on the inner turf course. Inner turf course tends to be more towards speed horses, and I really like the 6 horse C Khaleesi. C Khaleesi. I've been a big fan of this horse for quite a while now since the Prix Vermeil of 2013 at Longchamp last year. I'm gonna go 6-1-5-4. 6-1-5-4. I'll usually, if you're playing what starts here, pick six. Probably not going to play because I'm not a big fan of the $2 pick six minimum because I'm a poor college student. I cannot afford the playing $96 pick six tickets. But if you want to play it, I would use C Khaleesi. I would use the 1 horse Ami Blue. I think she should be running a very good race also. But number 6, C Khaleesi, 5-2, Florent Giroux for Chad Brown. Last time out at Arlington Park, mile 3/16 in the Beverly D. This horse won by half length with Florent Giroux up that day. Was very wide at the top of the stretch. Got the lead and just went off clear. This horse was farther back. If you watch the replay, she was so far back. But this horse came that day to win was pretty impressive. Start before over this turf course, a mile and a quarter here at Belmont Park in the New York. This horse finished second by 3/4 length. Couldn't catch Dayashida. I believe another Chad Brown horse. This horse had a bad start that day. Was closing up a little bit, but just couldn't catch Dayashida. The first 3 horses finishers of that race were all winners next start out, so that race was probably a very good running. And then start before first starts stateside in Belmont Park in the Sheepside Bay. This horse won by 2 1/4 lengths against a field of 5 horses on a very waterlogged turf course. This horse just ran very good. This horse was facing so tough European horses last year. This horse finished seventh in the British champion Philly Mayer Stakes at Ascot last year. That's like their version of the Breeders' Cup, the final big stakes races of the year at Ascot in England. This horse finished third in the Prix Vermeil behind Treve, winner of the 2014 Arc de Drill. And then this horse finished third in the Yorkshire Oaks. She's been up there with the best horses in the world. So I think she should run well here. Gonna try and beat Lady Eli 5-2. I'm gonna take my chances with this one. I'll also use the 1 horse Amel Bleu, 8-1 Olivier Pessier on this one for Andre Farb, sending us winning for France. Last time out, runs September 17th at Maison Lafitte, a mile and a quarter in the Le Coupe de Maison Lafitte Group 3 race. He finished second by 1.5 lengths with Pierre Baudot in the saddle. He ran a decent second place finish in the field of 6 horses. Was just stalking the pace that they just couldn't get that good extra kick. I think this turf course really do wonders to this horse. So gonna put this horse on a pick six ticket also. I might also, if this horse gets up to like a decent odds, I might even put a sneaky win play on this one. Maybe at the most $5 because like I said, I'm a broke college student. So to recap my bets for race number 6 from Belmont Park, it's the 39th Flower Bowl Invitational. Gonna go with the 6 horse C Khaleesi. I'm gonna go 6-1-5-4 in the superfecta. As a little bit of long shot play, I'm gonna use the 1 horse too. A few bucks on the 1 horse's long shot play. So now let's get on to race number 7. The 7th race is the inaugural Belmont Turf Sprint Invitational. A purse $150,000 for 3-year-olds and upwards. Field of 10 horses traveling 6 furlongs in this inaugural Belmont Turf Sprint. And my top selection here will go to the 10 horse, all the way to the outside. If we could get this goddamn iPad, whatever it is, to load. Number 10, who is Green Mask. Gonna go 10-6-5-3, 10-6-5-3. Number 10, Green Mask, 6-1. John Velasquez for Brad Cox. Last time out, run at Belmont Park, 6 furlongs on the inner turf course, an optional 80 claimer. This horse really won easy by 2 1/4 lengths, 40 cents a dollar, no value, but just won very, very in hand. A nice victory for this horse. Start before came at Saratoga, 5.5 furlongs into Troy. The horse finished second by a neck that day, was wide and just missed. The 6 furlong distance is perfect for this horse, and there's not a lot of racetracks in North America that run 6 furlongs. You have to go to Belmont, either to Belmont, Woodbine, well, used to Hollywood Park. Who else runs it? Sometimes Laurel will run a 6 furlong turf sprint, but I think this horse should really do well here today because he likes this distance. He's 4-1 at it. but he has 1 second also. But all the he had a very nice second place finish in the Highlander, six furlongs at Woodbine back in July. Finished seventh in the Jaipur at Belmont in the spring, but it was a very very wicked pace and 106 and 3 they ran that Jaipur. The winner pure sensations running back in this race today, but I think this horse should have a good run with this six furlong distance. So to recap my bets, race number 7 from Belmont Parks, the Belmont Turf Sprint Invitational. Gonna go with the 10 horse. Gonna go 10-6-5-3, 10-6-5-3. So now let's get on to race number 8. The eighth race, the 145th running of the Champagne Stakes, grade 1, purse $500,000 for 2-year-olds. Field of 6 horses traveling the distance of ground of a mile on the turf course. On the main track, actually. 1 mile on the main track. 1 mile here. And my top selection, and I really do not like picking anything to do with the New York Mets because I'm a Yankee fan. But I was going for the Giants this week in the NL wild card, and they did win. But I think I have to pick for the Mets this race, and I'm gonna go with the three horse Syndergaard. I'm gonna go 3-1-6-5, 3-1-6-5. I should actually put down my hair for Syndergaard here. Um, but number three, Syndergaard, 9-5. John Velasquez on this one for Todd Pletcher. Last time out, this horse ran at Saratoga, 6.5 furlongs, in the Funny Side Stakes for $190,000. This horse won by 10 and a quarter lengths in a field of four horses. Went straight to lead. Easy victory, drawing away. This horse has been a favorite the last few starts. Maybe the first start, this horse was a favorite because Syndergaard and was running in New York and the Mets, But first start at Saratoga, six furlongs, the main stretch weight for $73,000. This horse won by three lengths. Another drawing away easy victory. They bought this horse at the OBS sale of April 2016 for $450,000. So it was a lot of money they bought this horse that day. Um, I think this horse should really do well. Like I said about the Frizette, the horse I had that day, in that race, this horse will really fit the Belmont Park running style. You have to be closer to the pace, and I think this horse has a lot of speed here, and I think this horse could have a very good going away victory. Now, if they want to run this horse in a few weeks' time in Breeders' Cup Juvenile, I don't think he'll have a great chance because I don't think the two turns will really suit this horse. I think this horse will be a very good one-turn Belmont miler horse, or seven furlong horse. Don't think this horse will really get the two turns in a few weeks' time. But to recap my bets for race number 8 from Belmont Park, it's the Champagne, the 145th Champagne Stakes. I'm gonna go with the three horse Syndergaard. I'm gonna go 3-1-6-5, 3-1-6-5. So now let's get on to race number 9. The ninth race is the 42nd running of the Hill Prince Stakes. Grade 3, purse $500,000 for 3-year-olds. We have a field of 10 horses traveling a mile and an eighth on the inner turf course. And my top selection here will go to the three horse, number 3, American Patriot. I'm going to go 3-10-1-5 here in the Superfecta. 3-10-1-5. Number 3, American Patriot, 6-1 for Todd Pletcher. Mike Smith coming in from Southern California to ride this horse for Windstorm Farm. Last time out, ran at Laurel Park, September the 24th in the Commonwealth Derby, Grade 2 Commonwealth Derby. This horse finished fourth by 1 1/4 lengths that day. Basically sat fourth all throughout. Couldn't get a really good closing kick that day. Just wasn't his day to win, I guess. Start before it came in Arlington Park, mile quarter into Secretariat. This horse finished third by 3/4 length with William Buick riding this one. You know, just didn't have the best of trips. I think William Buick is probably one of the most underrated jockeys in the world. That race he rode wasn't the best of races. If he had the uh, gather a highlight reel of all his races, that's not a race I would. That's not a ride I would put on that highlight reel because it just wasn't his best rides. He just found the traffic troubles for this horse. The Winter Beach Patrol out of that secretary is running back into this race today. And then start before in the Kent at Delaware Park Mile 8, July the 16th. This horse won by 1.5 lengths, setting the track record for 147 flat that day. Just closed up to a very nice victory that day at actually the favorite that day. But I'm gonna go with this horse here. So to recap my bets for race number 9, it's the 42nd Hill Prince from Belmont Park. Gonna go with the three horse American Patriot. Gonna go 3-10-1-5, 3-10-1-5. Now to race number 10 from Belmont, which is the 98th running of the Jockey Club Gold Cup. Grade 1 purse $1 million. It's for 3-year-olds and upwards. Field of 6 horses. Well, we're actually going to be scratched down to, I believe, a field of 5 because I believe the 5 horse excuse me, the 4 horse War Story is going to be a scratch. So we'll be down to a field of five, traveling the Belmont distance of a mile and a quarter on the main track. A mile and a quarter. And my top selection here, it was a it was a coin toss between the two of the three. The two got it, and that's number two, Mutahij. I'm gonna go 2, 3, 6 here in the trifecta, a very chalky trifecta. Play for $2 and maybe make something. If you play for $2, play for 50 cents, you're not gonna make anything. But number two, Mutahij, 8-5. Irad Ortiz for Kier McLaughlin. Last time out, this horse ran at Saratoga, Mile Nathan, the Woodward, Grade One Woodward. This horse finished second by a head behind Charmin Ghost. Frosted was there also. It was an all-out finish and just missed. If this horse would have won that day, I would have hit a pick four and or a pick three, whatever I played that day, and I was very pissed off after that. But this horse just missed that, just under 6-1, and it was a decent race against very tough horses. He's facing a bunch of horses today that isn't as tough as he faced the last time out. And then start before his first start back since Dubai, July the 9th at Belmont Mile and a Quarter in the Suburban. Horse finished third by 1.5 lengths behind FNX and Samrat. You know, he was a little bit wide, and it was a decent third place finish, but he needed that race, I think. Start before he finished a good second behind California Chrome in the Dubai World Cup by 3 3/4 lengths. Couldn't catch California Chrome. Nobody was catching California Chrome that day. I think that was one of his best races. But I think this horse should have a good run here today. Has been trending over this track. 4 furlongs at 51-4, and a 4 furlong workout in 47 flat a few weeks ago. So I'm going to use this horse as the top selection. So to recap my bets for race number 10 from Belmont Park, it's a Jockey Club Gold Cup. Gonna go with a 2 horse. Gonna go 2, 3, 6, 2, 3, 6. So good luck to all, and follow me on Twitter at Horse Racing Kid 5. Good luck, everybody.